welcome back to your weekly offensive with your favorite asshole of a host, Sean.
Alright, and welcome back to your weekly offensive with your favorite asshole, Sean, and we have your second favorite asshole, Hoopty, with us today.
What's happening?
Well, I think he is an asshole. I mean, he does like it in the asshole.
Hey, now. That's supposed to be our little secret.
Well, Stevie's the one that told me.
Wow, that motherfucker.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be on the down low, like the Pope and the Ultra Boys.
Right. I mean, since he is back on vacation again, that motherfucker.
He's still on vacation, huh?
Yeah, that motherfucker takes more vacations than me and you combined.
Motherfucker.
All right, but we are back. We got Hoopty. Hoopty, you got any good news for us here lately?
Whoa, well, let's see here. Since I've been away, I have started working at Campy's in Perryopolis, Pennsylvania. I'm a cook and delivery person there and pretty much do everything. And then I've started my own company dealing as a licensed realtor of Ambit Energy. Let's see here. I've also recently came up with a quantum physics theory that I'm in the process of emailing to Dr. Michio Kaku to get his opinions on it.
Nice.
And other than that, the Steelers lost today, so it's that's a little bit of the downside.
Actually, I kind of cheered that they lost today.
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, I can't really say much. At least my team lost by a point today.
Hey, the Steelers only lost by 3, and they made a hell of a fucking comeback.
Yeah, well, let's see. My Cowboy... Well, I don't really want to admit who they lost to, but...
Who did they lose to?
The Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah, the Lions. That's right, yeah.
But I didn't get to see the game because I was at work, but I got to admit, if it's a one-point game, that's going to be a pretty damn good game.
Yeah.
Well, they did take Denver. They gave Denver a run for their money, so they lost within the last 5 seconds of the game to Denver by 2 points, which a lot of people thought would not be possible for anybody to beat Denver. And they were the first team to come close, but there was I forget who they played. Denver played last week, but they lost. Denver lost finally last week. So
to the Colts.
Yes, Peyton Manning finally got slain for his undefeated victories.
Did the Chiefs won today, didn't they?
I am not going to lie and say yes, but I want to say they did. Let me check that real fast for you.
I was going to say I can look it up real quick.
Yes, they played Cleveland. They won today.
Oh, good.
23-17.
Makes them 9-0, doesn't it?
I want to say yes. Let me check.
Yeah, they're the... Yep.
No, 8-0.
8-0, right.
You were close. You're only one off. How about the New York Jets last week, winning by a technicality?
Right.
Of course, at work I have a few... I think they played the Patriots last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they played the Patriots. And then I seen on NFL Today this morning that they actually... The penalty that got called on the Patriots... The Jets did the exact same thing later on in the game during the, I believe it was the game-winning field goal, and should not have counted. They should have lost.
Yeah. But from what I understand, it's a new rule this year. So.
I'm not sure on that.
That's what I was told. It was a new rule. It's something with kicking a field goal that you can't push the line.
I believe that's how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. They put too many damn rules into it. Why don't they just let them play?
All right. And the Buccaneers are still winless. And where are the Jacksonville Jaguars? I think they're still... Yep, Jaguars are still winless as well.
Wow. But you don't really ever hear much from the Jaguars, though, so it's not really like a big...
Right.
But yeah, I didn't get to see the Steelers game. I'm just not a Steelers fan, so.
I didn't get to see it at all either. I listened to it on the radio at work.
Yeah. Well, Hoopty should know I'm not a Steelers fan because every week I get, here we go, Steelers, here we go. And he gets a response back with, fuck the Steelers, fuck them, fuck them. Except this week. He texted me and it was after the game, or I got it after the game, so I was like, I'm not even going to say anything today.
Oh, I see.
See, that's how you don't get a response from me. Make sure I get it after the game's gone. Did I just hear you crack open a beer?
Yeah.
Just wanted to
What
say.
are you, my fucking sponsor?
No, I was gonna say that's the way to go right now. Just got off work, crack open a beer.
Right. Well, actually, I had one while I was still at work, but I wasn't on the clock. It's a 6-pack shop too. So.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Eh?
And no, you did not hear me crack open a beer. This was for some reason I have caffeine-free Coke sitting here, but luckily I have some vodka. And this is the nastiest substance in the world, drinking vanilla vodka and caffeine-free Coke.
Oh. That doesn't even sound appealing.
Well, it was either that or I tried to find my scotch bottle, and I didn't feel like looking for scotch.
Eh.
I'd rather drink my scotch on the rocks.
Yeah, Chinese.
And then, of course, I'm being very bad because I'm drinking in a DirecTV cup, which I hate DirecTV.
Wonder where you got that cup.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
They get disowned.
Well, let me ask you a question. You did bring up a good point here, and I'm going to try to help you out a little bit. You did say Ambit. Tell us a little bit about Ambit.
Well, Ambit is a company that is based out of Texas.
Plano, Texas.
And what they do is they take the rate that you pay per kilowatt for electricity or the rate you pay for per whatever the hell it is for natural gas and lower it down. And then once they do that, for anybody in Pennsylvania, as long as you have Penelec or West Penn Power, I can help you out. If you have REA, unfortunately, I can't do anything for you. But if you have, let's say, Penelec, your actual bill will remain with Penelec. I just take the rate per kilowatt that you pay and lower that down. And then set you up on basically like a friends and family type plan where if you refer 15 other customers to lower down their bill as well, the average cost of those 15 people's bills gets credited to your bill, so your bill could actually end up being free.
Nice. Well, I will tell you, I did not know this until the other day because I got slyly connected with Ambit, which I'm really pissed off that I didn't have a choice in it. I'm actually part of Ambit. I'm not a consultant like you are.
Yeah.
I just was told, hey, can I see your bill to use it as an example? And I was like, sure, why not? And I get a package in the mail that says, hey, welcome to Ambit. And I'm like, you sneaky.
I'm going to assume I know who did that to you.
One of the same people that got you started set it up.
Do they have a penis or a vagina?
They have a penis.
Oh, then it's the biggest penis of them. Not that he has the biggest penis of them all. He just is the biggest penis of them all.
Yes, because this is how he got me to give me his bill, give him my bill. He's like, hey, if I can use your bill, I'll give you $10. And who's gonna pass up a free $10 now? Because that's gas money to me.
Right.
And I was like, sure. And then I get it in the mail, and he's like, oh, your wife agreed to it. And I was like, no, she didn't. But you know what? Whatever. I don't care. As long as my bill doesn't go up, I don't care right now. I just wish...
That shyster motherfucker.
Huh?
That shyster motherfucker.
But he didn't set it up under him. He set it up under someone that was under him, so...
Oh, that's even bigger shyster motherfucker.
Because that was after I told you. I told you that I was, hey, I'm not going to do it. That's when he set me up. Because if not, I would have done it under you. Because I like you more than I like him. Because I've tried to get him to come on the show because he's talking about need more consultants and more customers to come on and run his business on the show. Because how many different states can you go with this?
Give me a moment. I'll look it up right now. It is in Connecticut, Washington, D.C., Illinois, Massachusetts, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Texas, and California.
Okay. Now, say they want to get in contact with you, Hoopty, to say, hey, I want to either become a consultant or I want to get my electric bill changed. How do they get in contact with you?
Well, I'll be sure to post it to the podcast's Facebook page, but if you are interested in becoming a consultant, which you really do make a good bit of money, like I only do it on Mondays when I'm off from the pizza shop, and I do finance it for a little extra money, but to become a consultant, you would have to go to, it's all one word, it is Matt, M-A-T-T, Holupka, Holupka, energy526.com.
Okay. And I know we're the consultants, so we don't... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Again, I'll post that to the podcast's Facebook page.
Now, I know to become a consultant, you can't just sign up and say, hey, I'm a consultant. Let everybody know what you got to do so they know what they're looking into.
Yeah, basically, it works a lot like if you were you're starting your own business as becoming a consultant. So basically, like any business, if you want it to be, say, what am I thinking of? A realtor. You got to pay for a realtor license. If you want it to be electrician, you have to pay for licenses for that. So there is a one-time fee to basically get you started as an authorized realtor. It also pays for your own personal website, and then there is a smaller monthly fee to maintain your website. The one-time fee to get started, to be a consultant, after everything, it's like $460. But I made that back within a day.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about making your money back or sinking money into it and not getting any return, because pretty much everybody you know has electricity, and I'm sure everybody you know would like to save money on electricity or natural gas. And then the monthly fee to just maintain your website, which Ambit does for you, you just pay the monthly fee. It's like $25.
And like you said, you make it back within the first month. The only reason, or first day, you said first day.
I made mine back in the first day.
Well, the only reason I haven't joined yet is because I have financial issues that I have other stuff I have to pay. I mean, to me, it sounds like a great deal, but it's like I told, and we're just gonna go to him as a major dick. Sometimes my rent comes first because I like to have a roof over my head before anything else. So. Now,
just to be clear, it's not like a get-rich-quick scheme. You do have to work at it, spend some time contacting different people to sign up to be customers or consultants. But what you put into it, you easily get back 5 times more than what you put into it.
Well,
now, for anybody that might be interested in becoming a customer and just saving some money and potentially getting their natural gas and electricity for free, my website to sign up would be, again, all one word. It's Matt, M-A-T-T, Holupka, Holupka, .join Ambit, AMBIT.com. And again, I'll post that to the podcast's Facebook page as well.
And anybody that has any sort of questions as far as this, you can always message to the page, because Hoopty is a administrator to the page, so he can get on there and answer any questions that you do have. And he'll give you a way to contact him personally, so in case you want to include some information that you don't want anybody else to see, because we do have other moderators of the page.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he'll give you a way to contact him.
Indeed.
I always want to try to help
actually,
somebody.
If you do just go to either one of the websites that I'm going to post to the Facebook page. It has my personal cell phone number on my website, or either if you'd like to become a consultant or just a customer. Now, something else that I haven't mentioned with becoming a customer is, like I said, you do get the potential of free electricity through referring 15 other customers, but you also, just for using your electricity as you normally do, get what are known as trip reward points. For every kilowatt of electricity that you use, and actually, Sean, that's part of the welcome package you got from Ambit.
Yeah, I think I threw it out the window whenever I was driving down the road.
Well, you should have actually read through it, because just for signing up, you get 3 days and 2 nights hotel accommodations paid for to certain locations. You go to a website and you can redeem it, select where you want to go, and your hotel accommodations are paid for.
Well, can I say something and not trying to talk down on anything you said? Actually, with the welcome packet, I read everything through it because I was kind of, like I said, I wasn't in a good mood when I received it, and I was really pissed that it was without my consent because it's in my name.
See, that's a little odd because you're supposed to go through a third-party verification, but I bet you I know how that happened.
I can guarantee you I know how that happened because we are talking about him. But anyways,
right.
It's said in there that if it never said anything in there as far as signing up that you get that right away, that you have to get up to 20,000 points before you can get that.
Well, then I'll have to check to see if they changed that promotion, because when I first got into it, they were giving away just for signing up.
Oh yeah,
now that's the next part I was going to get into with the reward points. For every kilowatt of electricity that you use, you get a reward point. You save up enough reward points, and then you can select from different trip packages to, say, like Mexico, the Bahamas, cruises, where your hotel accommodations are paid for.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just wanted to tell you that because that's what it said in mine. I mean, I don't know if I got set up on a different type of promotion. So, I mean, not trying to tell anybody what he's saying is wrong. I just want to make sure we get it all clarified here. But yeah, like I said, I tried to get, and I'll go ahead and say his name. I tried to get Sean Smith up on here to talk about it. And he was supposed to be pulling his boss up on here to do it. But he keeps giving me the runaround, so I figured, shit, Hoopty's on here. Let's help him get some business.
Yeah, well, you can, for everybody that's listening, if you want an actual honest person, not somebody that will take your bill and sign you up unwillingly and unknowingly, contact me, not the other person.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I even trust who set you up, too, so. Well, I do to an extent.
Yeah.
I saw that grin on your face there.
Yeah, I mean, he what he did was without your consent, but it's not going to screw you over. It will lower down your bill a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It doesn't. I mean, like I said, as long as it didn't set me in a contract, I was all right. Because that's what I read over and make sure it wasn't set me in no sort of contract.
Oh no contracts, no commitments. Actually, 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah.
To give you an example, I signed my mother up with it. Her bill last month was $158. Got the bill this month using the same amount of electricity, dropped down to $92.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I'm hoping something like that will happen with my bill, because my bill's about $90, so, with Penelec. But that's one thing that I think is a scam anyway, is the electric company, because it's all a monopoly. You can't choose who you want.
Well, that's actually part of with what Ambit does, is it just recently got deregulated here in Pennsylvania to where now your main supplier, say Penelec, yeah, you're kind of stuck with them, but who delivers the electricity to you, say Ambit, you're allowed to select who delivers it to you, and the deliverer is who sets the rate that you pay per kilowatt.
Right. Well, let me ask you another question, because this is the question that I went through whenever I was given the speech of trying to come on as a consultant. is a lot of people listen to this and they're like, well, this sounds like you said, a get-rich scheme or a pyramid scheme. Why? How is it not a pyramid scheme?
Well, reason number one why it's not a pyramid scheme is because pyramid schemes are illegal. That's number one reason why.
But I mean, pyramid schemes are still out there.
To be honest, it is, but it isn't. How it is in the typical fashion. The person that signed me up, every customer I sign up or consultant I sign up, not only do I get paid for, but the person above me gets paid for it. 7 people above me get paid for everything that I do. And any consultants that I would sign up, 7 layers down, I would get paid for as well. But how it's not really a pyramid scheme is pyramid schemes are mainly you look out for yourself. With this, I actually would get paid more money. Say, Sean, if you were one of my consultants underneath me, I get paid more money to sign a customer up underneath you so that you also will get paid, but I will also get paid, but I get paid a little bit more to sign up customers underneath you. So that's where it really differs from a pyramid scheme is the people above you actually want to help you out and make sure you get paid, so they get paid a little bit more.
Yeah, well, once we get off the air here, I will talk to you about a few things I'm going to ask you, but I'm not going to ask you on air because it's going to involve some names, and I don't really feel like putting names out on the air right now.
Okay.
But I will tell you one thing. If we're going to jump off Ambit for a minute. I was at work the other day, and one of my supervisors came up to me and was like, "Hey, I hear you do a radio show." And I was like, yeah, I toss around with it. I do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. She's like, oh, it's pretty cool. Are you going to be famous one day? I was like, well, technically, I already consider myself famous. We are listened to throughout the United States and within 4 other countries. So I consider myself an international radio host. And she's like, and then she's like, well, how do you know it makes you famous? I was like, well, when you kind of get iHeartRadio contacting you to be on their new beta for talk radio, kind of puts it out there that you've been listened to and they like what they hear. And she's like, well, you're not trying to sound a little cocky there, are you? I was like, no. I was like, if I was being cocky, I'd say I'm the motherfucking best. I'm better than anybody out there. But I'm not going to claim I'm that.
I'm the best there is. I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence.
What fucking movie is that from?
Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby.
That's what I was... I knew it was a Will Ferrell quote, but I couldn't name which movie it was from. I was wanting to say Anchorman. But...
for some odd reason, it's not letting me post anything to the podcast page. Okay. So I'm just going to send you a message with the 2 websites.
Okay. Well, I know I've been having problems posting here the past couple days, so... Just send me the message, though. I'll get them up on there for you.
Alright.
And I just got it.
Well, that's the one.
Alright, and everybody, if I'm silent for a second, it's just because I'm trying to get this all up here for you. Come on.
Alright, and there's the other one. But anyways, like I said, my other exciting news is the quantum physics theory that I recently have came up with. That is, hopefully, I've emailed, like I said, Dr. Mikio Kaku.
And if I may ask, who is that?
He is the top quantum physicist in the world. He teaches at the City of New York University and appears on the Science and History channel quite often. He is the older, long, silver-haired Japanese guy, if anybody's familiar with the Science and History channel.
So tell us about what you've come up with here.
Well, I'm not going to go into it in a lot of details. Number one, because I can't. the mathematics behind it is why I wrote to Dr. Kaku, so that he could possibly work out the mathematics and let me know if it's even feasible or not. But to put it in simplest terms possible, it deals with quantum displacement, quantum mechanics, parallel universes, and then mental disorders such as schizophrenia, delusional disorders, and multiple personalities. Now, if anybody is interested in a real simple explanation that you can do at home and kind of grasp what I'm going with here, if you take two $1 bills and lay them side by side, face up, my main theory would have to require that parallel universes are a actual thing, which there are studies and research which strongly do suggest that parallel universes are a real thing. And then you would also have to be aware or have a little bit of basic knowledge of quantum physics, which a great YouTube video to look up to get the gist of what I'm about to say is if you go to YouTube and look up Through the Wormhole Double Slit Experiment. It will fully explain what the next part I'm about to talk about. But through that experiment, they were able to prove that particles such as electrons, neutrons, protons, gravitrons, and so on, they exist in two separate, a single particle exists in two separate places at the same time unless it is physically observed. Once you physically observe it, it is in one fixed location. But if you're not, it's in two separate places at the same time. So, if parallel universes are real, with your two $1 bills laying face up, imagine they're each their own separate universe. Wow. And in one universe you have, let's say, blue eyes, and in the other universe you have green eyes. But everything else is exactly the same. That's the only difference between those two universes. Now, if they're parallel, if you stand them up on edge with the George Washington looking at himself, that is how a parallel universe would line up. Now, seems how everything in the universe is pretty much energy. Energy moves in waves, so those universes would not be standing still. They would actually be fluxing back and forth. Mm-hmm. So, as those universes flux back and forth, would it be possible that they could get close enough that the information from your mind in one of those universes could jump and hop into your mind in the other universe? Which, in my thoughts, would explain schizophrenia, delusional disorders, and multiple personality, is that your mind is actually receiving information from a copy of yourself in a different universe. So, with your dollar bills, if you take a pen and just make a small little ink dot on it, lay them on top and press down on that ink dot, when you pull them apart, you'll see a little trace of the ink dot on the dollar bill that you didn't actually draw it on. That's how I explain the temporal displacement or quantum displacement of the information transferring from one universe to the other.
Makes a lot of sense.
Right. Now, the only problem is the universes could never actually touch. And the reason why, and this is another small little experiment you can do at home, if you cover both of your hands in flour, and your right hand is a universe, your left hand's in a universe, what happens to that flour when you clap your hands?
It just goes away.
It explodes. So that the two universes could never actually touch because the collision of all that energy would cause an explosion. which is actually what they theorized could have possibly been the Big Bang, is two parallel universes colliding and touching.
Wow, that's kind of deep.
Yes. Another way to look at my basic theory would be if you take bubbles, with the bubble one, child's toy, every child's favorite thing, and you blow a single bubble, and then you catch it back on the wand, and then blow another bubble. So now you have two bubbles connected with a small dividing membrane. The air on the left side can easily pass through that membrane to the right side and vice versa. That would be basically the same thing with the dollar bills and information traveling between two parallel universes. And that's the basics of my theory.
Damn.
Wow.
I heard Sheena say damn. But it makes sense, doesn't it?
I don't know if she's saying damn to you or damn to Call of Duty, but damn is the right thing to say.
It was damn to him.
What's that, Sheena? You never realized that I had a brain capable of these type of thoughts?
I knew you had a brain, Hoopty.
Now, Hoopty, I gotta ask you, were you sober when you thought of this, or were you...
I was completely sober when I thought about this, because the guy I work for, Brian Wishner, I ride back and forth from Blairsville to Perryopolis with him, and his girlfriend also works with us, and Brian and his mother were explaining to Brian's girlfriend, Amber, how smart I actually am. Not to brag or toot my own horn, but they were saying how smart I am. And Amber started asking me a bunch of questions, and then I got into quantum physics and quantum mechanics and just explaining some basics. And as I was explaining the basics, it dawned on me that through quantum displacement, the fact that a particle can exist in two places at a single time, it just kind of clicked and dawned on me that perhaps that is what causes delusional disorders, schizophrenia, multiple personalities.
So when you get this email back, how excited are you going to be whenever he can prove or disprove anything?
Regardless of how he answers, I will just be excited that I got a letter from Dr. Kaku, because he is a personal idol of mine. I look up to him immensely because of all the research and work that he does. And he's basically one of the top 3 smartest people alive right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so just to have him review a theory that I came up with on my own, regardless if he tells me it's feasible or not, I'm going to be excited as all shit.
How would it be?
He took the time to look over it.
And I'd say what would be more amazing is if he brought it up onto something that he was talking about on air.
Yeah, like on the Science Channel through the wormhole.
Yeah, I mean that would be where it's wow, that he actually took time to actually say whether you're a total dumbass.
Well, actually, what would be even better or really exciting is if he would write back and say that he would want to work with me on continuing this theory and researching it.
Well, see, that's where I was going to. Either he's going to say you're a total dumbass or say, hey, let's collaborate here.
Right.
Which I'm pretty sure he wouldn't come out and just say you're a total dumbass, but...
Well, the majority of the theory is based off of his work.
Yeah.
Like the whole parallel universe and the double split experiment and all that. Those were his theories. I just took it and applied it to the possibility of schizophrenia, multiple personalities, and all the mental disorders. Yeah. Basically suggesting, let's look into a person's mind that possibly that's where we could find proof that parallel universes exist, if that's where information is crossing over.
Right. Well, I'm going to tell you, I know parallel universes exist. They proved it in Back to the Future, man.
Nope, that's a single universe.
Well, no. If you listen to Back to the Future Part 2, he was talking about...
Nope, it is not a parallel universe that they create. They create an alternate universe. It is the same universe that it has been changed due to alterations of historical events.
You know what, Hoopty? You can at least give me one and say that I was right.
Now, the movie The One with Jet Li.
I've never watched that one. I don't like Jet Li.
You never seen that movie?
I'm not a big Jet Li fan.
Oh, that movie is awesome. It has Jason Statham in it.
Again, another reason why I don't watch it. I'm not a big Jason Statham fan. The only movies I like Jason Statham in is The Transporter.
Well, The One awesome movie. What happens in that is they develop the technology to freely jump from universe to universe, and Jet Li goes and kills all of his other copies of himself, and every time he kills a copy of himself, much like in Highlander, he gets stronger, faster, and more intelligent.
Nice.
He's trying to become the only copy of himself, thus The One.
Seems legit. Like I said, I've just never been a big Jet Li movie goer. I think the only movie, I want to say he was in it, I'm not really sure, is Romeo Must Die.
Yeah, he was in Romeo Must Die.
I like that one. Wait,
you should check out Unleash, along with The One.
Well, see, I lied. There's actually two I watched. Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave was alright.
Well, see, like I said, I've never really been the person to say, hey, Jet Li is awesome. And, I mean, I will hand it to him. I did watch an interview with him one time. They're talking about all the shit he can do. And they're like, well, posed in a real-life situation, would you use any of the moves in your movie that you do in the movies or stunts? He's like, no. If someone actually pulled a gun on me, I'd probably run the other direction and try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, well, at least he's honest about it.
Right.
He's like...
also, for any listeners, don't try to steal my quantum theory, because I've already mailed a copy of it to myself, and it is in a sealed U.S. marked stamped envelope, so it's the poor man's patent.
You son of a bitch. I was writing all that fucking shit down, too. Because I was going to go get the Nobel Peace Prize off of it.
It wouldn't be the Peace Prize. It would be the prize for physics.
Well, I was getting one of them prizes.
Possibly for neuroscience.
I'll get the Pulitzer. There we go.
Because if it turns out that my theory is feasible and that ends up being proven, it would pretty much change neuroscience and the whole definition of psychology.
Well, that's Hoopty for us, changing everything.
Right.
So, I gotta ask you though, because I know for a while you had been unemployed. How does it feel to have a job again?
Well, I'll tell you honestly, working at this pizza shop is one of the best fucking... I love it. But then again, my previous job before this was working for the super cunt at TRG, so any job is 1,000 times better than that.
Right. And it's not super cunt, it's dun-da-da-da, wonder cunt.
I think this is my last game.
Wonder cunt.
Which I will tell you, I haven't talked to her since I quit that job. I don't know if I was labeled as quit or fired, because I walked out and I was told I was fired afterwards, so I don't know. But I've been asked to come back, and I don't know. I mean, I'd go back for the money. That's about
I wouldn't.
Well, you gotta weigh it. Do I want to have extra money in my pocket, or do I want to work at Walmart for the rest of my life? Which I'm not gonna say I hate Walmart. I love the people I work with. We have a blast.
Yeah, but dealing with super cunt or wonder cunt.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say it, and I hope she listens to this one day. I kind of wish Big John was still there.
Me too.
But
I
Me
can let her
too.
listen to it tomorrow.
I miss Big John. I haven't talked to him
So I can
since
let her
I
listen to it
left.
tomorrow.
let her listen to it. She could hear that we said dun da da da. Wonder cunt.
Wonder cunt.
Sheena said she's gonna tell her to listen to it tomorrow. So do you have any words for her?
I don't care.
Hoopty, what are your final words?
Yeah, I fucking hate you.
After she tried to fire me the other day.
Yeah, that might not be a good idea then, because she might then fire you because of my words, and we need your pay. No, but everybody's like, hey, you should come back.
Hey,
I'm like,
so
what's that?
she can't fire me, so Wonder cunt, I fucking hate you with everything that I am.
Right. I'm not going to say, I will say I miss some of the people, working with some of the people there. Some. But I don't think any of the people that I really enjoyed working with are even there anymore.
Very few.
He killed me.
Well, I know you're not there.
Right.
And it's funny because people talk about training and talk about this. I was like, no, you ain't had the ultimate training class until you walk in and you hear, look, what did we do yesterday? We did this. Okay, do that again today. And then your trainer sits there with their hat on their head, wearing the same clothes as the night before, or the day before. Then you know you had an ultimate training class.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or you play the game where he pulls out the top what of a certain year. If you can name these, we all go home early today. Even if you don't name them, we're still going home early today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or you have a training class with a very stinky librarian.
Yeah. Fucking crazy bag lady.
Right?
All she was missing was a fucking horde of cats around her.
And I'm pretty sure she went home to her cardboard box and she had them there with her also.
Ugh.
Or
Why can't you bring her up?
Or I'll tell you even better. Having to explain to Hoopty's supervisor what a happy ending is.
Once again, why I miss Big John.
Therefore, knowing you had a great day, whatever you have, try to teach someone how to take a call, and they say happy ending, and he looks at you and goes, "What the fuck is a happy ending?"
And this is a man that was married twice.
Right? I also often wondered if he slept up there half the time.
I know he's done it once.
Because I remember after we threw his going away party at Dingbats, he was there brushing his teeth and had his deodorant and everything there, and I was like, "Damn, did you sleep here?" And it's not. I don't know what you're talking about. Or the many mornings whenever I come in, and I was usually the first one there during training, and Hoopty's there, and he's like, "Hoopty, go buy me some coffee." And you're like, "Fuck no." And he's like, "How much time you got till training?" About 5 minutes. Alright, look, you have 5 minutes to go get coffee, and hands me money. Go get me the biggest cup of coffee you could find.
I'm also excited for Thursday. My Halloween costume, once again, is going to be amazing.
Can you give us any ideas of what it is this year?
Somewhat. It involves a bathrobe.
Never mind. That's all you had to say.
Alright.
Can I say it or can I not say it? Is it what we were planning last year?
I believe, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. It involves a bathrobe, a bowling ball bag, and a bunch of white Russians.
And dun da da da. If anybody can guess it, you win $100 off of Hoopty.
Yeah, to be paid for you in the year 3022.
Alright, well that is the end of the show here today. Hoopty, again, thanks for coming on as always.
Anytime, man.
And again, everybody, we did post a link to the page to become a consultant and to become a customer with Hoopty through Ambit. So check that out. You want to save some money on energy, check it out. It's a good thing.
You want to make some money? Check it out.
Alright, we will be back next week. Oh, I know I will. I'm not sure if Hoopty will, but we'll be back next week.
If you do the shows around this time, yeah.
Well, I can do it around this time every week.
Cool.
All right, everybody have a great night.